Because a lot of people are pretending. One of the things about being an entertainer is some people really do get caught up in the pretending of it all, the acting of it all. They get caught up in the presentation of everything because presentation is important. I mean, we live in a very superficial world where people are going to judge you based on how you present yourself. But what I learned is that, you know, your energy is going to precede all of that. And
Yes,
especially for people who are energy sensitive people like myself, I read energies really well. And I pick up on energies really well. And it's a lot of people like that. You could pretend all you want, but who you really are at your core is always going to be louder than any type of packaging that you try to present. Like, I try to focus on, you know, not how I'm seen, but how I'm felt. I want my energy to be felt when I come into the room, not on some cocky shit, but on some, I want my energy to speak for myself. Like, I don't want to have to give you too many words. I want you to know what it is. Most people, when I come around, they know what it is before I even start speaking. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's one of those if you know type of things. But and that's because I do take time to cultivate my energy. I am intentional about that. And as a most real artist, we're doing God's work
that's
in
it.
the sense that we're channeling literally God source energy when we're creating.
Exactly.
Like, people who exist in more of a, follow the rules, which is nothing wrong with that. But people who live in a very like logical, let me wake up every day, follow my rules, do what I got to do. It's nothing wrong with that. It's a very productive way of living. But the way of an artist is a little different because we really allow ourselves to be a vessel on another level. You know what I'm saying? When we're creating, like when I'm channeling, that's what I'm doing. Like when I'm creating a dance, creating a song, like when those songs, I get songs downloaded like into my consciousness. And I feel like I did not write this song. God just downloaded this song into my spirit and I'm being used as a vessel. And when you allow yourself to be used by that energy so often, you become that energy. You become that just naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that you're like steeping in, you're gonna smell like it, you're gonna look like it, you're gonna become
It.
that.
That's it.
So I think that's what it is because I have really committed myself to being not just an artist for the sake of glamour, because my journey has not been glamorous. My journey has not been glamorous, but it's been real, it's been raw, it's been authentic, and I understand that I'm being used. And so when I walk into these rooms, I understand I'm not just there for my single, benefit, my personal gain. I understand I'm always walking around as a vessel of God and his energy. And when I'm creating, I'm drawing from a higher source and just allowing it to be, filtered through me, to give something to somebody else.